What's up, folks? It's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Happy April 24th, 2020. Hope you guys are doing amazing. We're going to start here in a second as you guys are coming on. As you know, today's the big day. Today's the day. Not only is it my daughter's first birthday today, Drea, but we also are coming live today with Magician vs. Mule. Make sure to check out magicianvsmule.com. We'll be going live today at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not only that, I'll be sharing with you guys when you get over there at 12:34. I'll be sharing with you guys how I'm giving over $100,000 away in gifts and prizes and all that. So you got to be registered over at magicianvsmule.com. What's up, Tim? Good morning, guys. Marcus, Mark, please. Daddy's working. Come on. You want to get out or stay in? Then stop. Come on. Gotta love it. But a beautiful day. It's hot as Haiti here in Florida. It is very warm today. What's up, Kelly? Thank you very much. Happy birthday to Drea. Thank you, guys. What's up, Dylan? Thank you, guys and gals. Appreciate you coming on here. Let me know where you guys are at. Let the world know where you're at. Got a lot of cool stuff. Mark, you want to come on and tell everyone what today is? You want to say hi to everyone real quick? Hurry up. They're all here waiting to say hi. What? All right. There goes your trust fund. What's up, Michael McLeish? What's up, Paul? What's up, guys? By the way, he's not getting a trust fund. I want to give them the brain fund, not the money fund. What's up, Chicago? Cool. So last night, I was sharing. I did a quick pic of me and my son. He's sitting on my back. We're watching a cartoon or something in the bed, and I was saying, hey, you want to see what it looks like for me to prepare for book launch. Everyone thinks it's total chaos, even though the chaos is actually usually way before the night before the book launch. Typically, that's the goal anyways. But as I'm sitting here, I'm all excited to think about how we only have this one shot at this thing called life. And I talk about this in the book. What's up, Daryl? I talk about this in the book about so many people are just walking around thinking they're living forever. They're not making decisions, which is a decision by the way, but they're just kind of like moseying around, just talking, just hanging out, just kind of in motion. You guys realize like we have one shot. I don't know if fear drives you or fear holds you back. I don't know if you're afraid of being embarrassed. I don't know if you're afraid of being overwhelmed. I would really love to know what's stopping you from living a better life, having a better business. As you know, all this stuff is mindset. Everything we talk about is mindset. I know we talk about real estate. That has nothing to do with real estate. That's tactical. But if you don't believe you can do it, you can't even understand the tactical component. The reason a lot of smart people, intellectually smart people, don't succeed at a fast pace in real estate, from my experience, is because they try to overcomplicate simplicity. You know what I mean? So it's like they're trying to figure out how this is even possible. Well, if the house is such a good price, if it's worth so much, why would they be willing to sell it at such a discount? And they try to overthink things that are not necessarily real things. And when you realize that you only got one shot, and perfectionism is a form of procrastination at the highest level, and you're using it to be living below your means at all levels, until the pain becomes real, nothing's going to change. And that's kind of why I wrote the book, Magician vs. Mule. I want to help people that want to help themselves. What's up, Austin? What's up, Darryl? What's up, Pat? Rob? I want to help people that want to help themselves. I'm not for everybody. I think that's one thing you got to realize in life. You're not for everybody. The majority of the world already hates you just because of the way you look, what you believe in, where you live, etc. It is what it is. I can't do anything about them. I can only do something about me. But the Magician vs. Mule, it's just bringing realization to what a mule is. Once you identified and you're like, yeah, I'm a mule, because we all are. I went to school. I sit down. I shut up. I had to raise my hand to ask a question. I had to you used to have to get a hall pass to go take a leak. You understand, like if I got to take a piss, I got to go take a piss. Period. But they're doing that. They're grooming you for the corporation world. They're grooming you, and they're going to give you check marks, and they're going to give you little stars, and they're going to make you feel warm and fuzzy. I talk about this kind of jokingly but serious. I'm not bragging about this, but I was a collaborator in school. Many call it cheating. I collaborated. I was not good in English. Truth is, I hated school. That's a fact. I hated everything about the structure. I'm like, I can, study hall. Why do I have to be I would stack my study halls to the end of the day or the beginning of the day. And I'm thinking, like, again, I was young. I'm like, well, why do I need to be here an extra 4 hours a day when I'm sitting in a class doing nothing? It seems like pointless, a waste of my time. There's so much more productivity I could do. See, in the world, what I didn't realize back then, they're trying to groom me to work in a corporation in a cubicle, to be like a sheep, as my boy Sean would say. And you're sitting there, you're like, bah, bah. Like, you're sitting there looking at the clock. It's 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. All your work's been done since the day before, but yet you got to get in there. You got to check the clock, stamp in, stamp out. Does it really matter how many hours you really work to get the job done? Why does it matter? We all know everyone works differently, different efficiency factors, different levels of urgency, etc. Right? What's up, Ben? Don't you remember sitting in class, or maybe you have a job you do this with? I hope you don't, but if you do, you look at the clock and it's 2:30 and you're like, come on, just get to 3 o'clock. And if it gets to 3 o'clock, I can make it one more hour. 4 o'clock, come on, 4 o'clock. Okay, 5. Oh man, 5 o'clock. Okay, I got to get out of here 5 o'clock. I can't leave at 5 o'clock till 5 o'clock because I'm worried about all my colleagues watching me leave early. I'm worried about, even though your work's done, you have to sit in there. This is a true fact about my companies. Every single one of them. Every single person in my company's salary, not hourly. And I'm talking assistants and all. I don't care if you work an hour or 1,000,000 hours, get the fucking job done. That's what I care about. No more, no less. Period. If I paid hourly, half the people they'd be on unemployment because they wouldn't be making dick. I'm not trying to work my team hard. We're trying to work smart. Some days are harder than others. Some days are longer than others. But there's a lot of days that don't require a lot. You could lay in bed and work. And that's why I get pissed off when I see team members send shitty work over. Won't mention any names. Because we're better than that. See, I allow people, I give them rope. And I let them either use it for good, or they end up hanging themselves because they're taking advantage of a situation. At the end of the day, I don't want them to hang themselves, right? But truthfully, a percentage always will. They don't have the mental fortitude. They don't have the thought process of thinking. They think they have to work hard. There's people that actually like to create problems to make them feel worthy. I don't care about your problems. I genuinely don't. I really, really don't care. Tell me what got done. I don't call you with my problems. So why do you call me with yours? See, this is one thing you'll have to discover becoming a magician versus the mule. The magician, you have to realize you have to protect your mind and focus and conversate about the right things. I don't care how long it takes you. I don't care what your problems are. And the truth is, why should you? Mules like to talk about how hard it is. Mules like to talk about, you don't understand. I got so much going on. You understand, like mules when they're talking. I used to be a mule. I'm talking to myself, by the way. When we're talking together, I'm trying to out-mule you. Think about this. How stupid this sounds. It is stupid, by the way. You're like, dude, I just put in 12 hours today. And then the person you're talking to, you think that's crazy? I worked 14 hours today. Evans, what'd you do? Well, it kind of didn't work today. I was hanging out at the pool, playing with the kids, come out with a new book, shared a couple videos, and pretty much just hung out. You're so lazy, Evans. Anyways, like they're trying to out-mule each other. Why? I'm not against hard work, by the way. Don't get it twisted. But I'm against working hard just to work hard, to try to be cool, to work hard. Hard is a very weird term, by the way. What does hard mean? What does efficient mean? What does, man, I'm busy mean? There's a lot of busy people that aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean? How, you do know what I mean. It might even be, and by the way, if you don't, it's probably you. You're the busiest person in the world, but every year in December 31st, you're about to change that. You're about to be a different person. You're about to become so much more financially free and work so much less, etc. But yet you continue to constantly be busy. And you don't have much to show for it. When do you just get frustrated and say enough's enough? Mules like to outwork each other. Again, I'm all about it. But it's not about outworking. It's not about the work. It's about the progress. See, I don't care if you work 1 hour to accomplish the same goal as the guy that takes 100 hours. It doesn't matter to me. See, the thing is what you got to realize is mules are fighting this. They don't realize that it can be easier than it is. Even if you show them the path of least resistance, they'll figure out a way to screw it up until they realize it doesn't have to be difficult. Why? Because you're almost trying to make the situation congruent with the way you think. It's hard. Okay, so you make it hard. What if it's easy? What does easy even mean to you? Do you think it's easy to make $1 million a year? Oh, Evans, if it was easy, everyone would make $1 million a year. Okay. Well, if it's easy to lose weight, why isn't everyone skinny? If it's easy to eat right, why isn't everyone eating right? Everything takes discipline. Easy and discipline are two different things, right? What's up, Peter? What's up, Paul? What's up, Romello? What's up, Nelson? What's up, guys? Some people want to show off their intelligence, however, produce minimal results. To me, that doesn't necessarily showcase intelligence. It actually, to me, it shows stupidity, right? I don't care how smart or not smart you are. Probably an interesting fact to share with you. The people I know that are the most successful in selling and such probably did something a little rogue back in the day. They were probably slinging dime bags. They were probably slinging condoms or something. I know they were selling something always. And I'm not always saying it was legal or illegal. It just was always selling something. And I'm not saying this to be silly, but like, again, you understand human behavior when you're selling. As you know, I have not had a job my entire adult life. June will be 24 years. I graduated high school in 96. And I'm not saying that to impress or impress upon, but like I've realized as, you know, for the first 10, 11 years in business, I was not a good business person. I made a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. I almost went bankrupt twice. Was trying to figure it out. I was a micromanaging maniac. I was a weirdo. I worked 80 hours a day, and I thought that was cool. I worked my team like a dog. I treated them like crap. I gave them less and worked them more. That's what I did. Shame on me. The problem is I can't go backwards. The solution is I've acknowledged it, and it won't ever happen again. You know? So there's nothing we can do about the past. It is what it is. I can either learn from it or not. I chose to use it as a learning. Like, obviously it sucks because I messed up, but you can't change the past. I can only learn from it and be better in the future, today and tomorrow, right? So why do we think we have to work hard to get what we want? And again, the thought audit, when I say work hard, when I say hard, boom. You don't understand, Mark. I have kids, I have work, I have bills, I have this, I have this, I have that, you have this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, I hear you. We all do. What's that mean? Because what you're doing is you're building a case of excuses. What's up, Nate? You're creating an excuse case because you want to find the path that serves your mindset. All this is actually it's mind shift, not mindset, as my boy Mike Aguilaro said. Like mindset, your mind's already set. That's why you're getting the results you're getting. We need a mindset. We need a mind shift. We need a shift. Romella, my parents' program. Romella, your parents, their parents, TV, school, mentors. Lots of people have programmed us. The question is do we take that programming and do something and use it to serve us, or do we use it to hurt us? There's a point in your life when you wake up and you're like, yo, I'm responsible for everything that happens from this point forward. You might discover that when you're younger, middle age, or older. But when you do, you're set free. See, I really take this to the extent of if I walk out of this house and I jump in my car and I drive down the road and I get hit by a drunk driver, it's my fault. Yes, it's their fault too, but it's my fault too. Because I could have left earlier. I could have left later. I could have walked. I could have took a bike. I could not even had that schedule on. I couldn't even had that meeting on the schedule. When you take full responsibilities for everything, good and bad, you gain power. You're in control of everything. Listen, even when shit's out of control, at least you have a handle on it like, yo, I got this. It gives you confidence at a whole nother level. I can't explain it. See, there's a lot of victims out there. Oh, dude, man, you don't understand. Like, and we've seen this before. I promise you've seen this. You're hanging out with people, and they're like, dude, you don't understand. I just lost my job. I don't have that much money in the bank, and my spouse is mad at me. And then here's what happens to the person you're talking to. Dude, you lost your job too? Me too. I lost mine 3 weeks ago, though. Not only that, my spouse hates me. I think I'm going to have to get a divorce. And then plus, I don't have that much food to eat either. They're trying to one-up your shitty situation. It happens all the time. Again, when you get out of social environments or when you're on the phone, pay attention. They're trying to one-up your bad situation. It's crazy. It's real. Like I'm telling you. This is what mules do. See, I remember as I've been building my companies over the last almost 24 years, is I'd go to all these networking events. And again, I'm not that smart. I barely graduated high school, never went to college. And school was just not in it was not my thing. And I just felt like I was wasting time. Like I don't know about you guys, but I have a sense of urgency of time. I'll be 42 this year. If I live to 84, 50% of my life is gone. If that doesn't fucking motivate you, I don't know what does. If you're 20, dude, what if you die at 40? Half of your life is gone. That's if you're healthy. I'm assuming I'm going to be healthy for the next 42 years. What if something happens at 60? Now I only got 19 years, 18 solid years. How am I going to walk my daughter down the aisle like that? Like that's the stuff I think about. I can't walk my daughter down the aisle if I'm dead. I can't go hang out with my son and play golf at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when he's 17 years old if I'm dead, if I'm working like a mule. And I'm saying, could you imagine, and again, I might be talking shit to you maybe, and I'm not trying to. Could you imagine being a growing ass person, legit, growing up, sitting in an office with your work done for the week on a Wednesday, and you're literally killing time while your kid calls you and says, Mommy, Daddy, can we go play today? Well, kid, I'll be home at 5. I love you, buddy. Your boss and you are allowing that to happen. I couldn't even imagine that happening. And I'm not saying, and again, what I'm talking about is if you have to be there just to kill time. If you're working and producing and all, that's different stories. And then now it becomes talking about, a little bit of dynamics of balancing, which I don't necessarily agree 100% on balancing, but like figuring out how to keep all pieces afloat or on track, right? There's imbalances all the time. Sometimes, like right now, I'm promoting a book. It's my daughter's birthday. I'm trying to be conscious of both, right? If I'm literally only doing this podcast, this video today, and then the one at 12:34 today. That's it. I've had 100 requests to do videos today. I'm not doing it. I did 6 yesterday, none today, none tomorrow. I'll be back on track Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, possibly. Monday for sure. The reason is because you got to be conscious of what's important to you as you're driving these pieces. My daughter's way more important than any of you, unfortunately. I'm not saying it to be a dick. It's the truth. That's how I drive. That's what drives me. She's way more important than anybody on this video will ever be. My wife, my son, my family, right? And that's how it should be for you. And it might sound like that's bad or that's mean. And if that's how it feels, well, that's something about you, not me. It's called priorities. I want to help you. I want to like you. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to be friends. It's just when you have very big, this is what it's about. It's a different game. I'm not chasing the money. I'm not chasing to get you to, be some trickery conversation so you actually pull out your wallet and buy something. I could care less. If I can provide value, I'm doing this for, what's interesting? I do this for me and my documentation for my kids. So when they get old enough, they can see, hey, why's dad sitting in his office screaming around like a madman? It's simple. He's in there sharing his knowledge with the world like he's been able to share with me. You guys understand, like my children, you guys are going to see something really cool today at 12:34 video on the live when we go live. But my children and my spouse, my wife, Dina, you understand, like they hear the inner workings of multi-million-dollar deals going down. They see, me, right? Because they're watching, they see me reading books every day. They see me having high value conversations, getting yelled at, yelling back at people, getting frustrated, getting excited. They see it. I can't hide it. I'm not sitting in a cubicle like, hey, can I call you back later when I get on lunch break? They see my schedule is I got to get shit done. That's my schedule. I don't need, it's not like, I got to fit things in 6 hours or 8 hours. It's like, get it done today. I don't care if it takes an hour or 100 hours again. So when you're building what you're trying to accomplish, the magician in you needs to start thinking about what's really important. And if it's important for you to say you work 40 hours a day, 40 hours this week, I'm not your guy. You should just stop following me and go invest your time. Or maybe you're trying to kill time at the job. Like, I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand the mindset of sitting around doing nothing just to kill time. The most precious commodity that we can never get back, we're willing to kill it just to appease someone. It makes zero sense to me. Zilch. It never has, and it never will. In school, I would be sitting there. I swear to you, I'm not joking. I would be sitting in class, noon, I'm already done. I have nothing else to do. Zilch. But I got to stay there till 3 or 3:30, whatever. And as soon as I get out, I can't wait to get out. It forced me to get in trouble so I can get in trouble to go down to the principal's office or go down and get whatever was happening. I just wanted to get out of class to move. It's like being a caged animal, kind of what you're probably feeling like right now with the coronavirus situation. A caged animal. That's how I felt every day in school. I'm like, I got to get out of here. There's nothing here there's nothing here. I remember in typing class, this one typewriter, and the lady would come around and hit your hands or whatever and say, come on, I need A's. Like, dude, do you think they're trying to train you on doing 70 words a minute or whatever the shit that is. Like, how many words can you type a minute? I don't care how many words. It doesn't matter. Listen, if you're trying to train in like a typewritist or whatever you call them, then maybe it does. But I'm not trying to do that ever, right? Now, am I glad I took the class? Of course. But what happened is I created my own. I wasn't competing with the people beside me that's trying to get a job. I'm competing with myself, trying to figure out how so I don't have to keep. You know what I mean? So for me, that's what life is about. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Start comparing where I'm at and where I'm going. The only person that knows these things are you. What's up, Jason? Kangle.com. That's where to get them. So, do you want to be a magician or mule? I truly believe what's going on with the coronavirus is the biggest opportunity. I was actually going to wait to launch the book, but I thought there's no better time than now. magicianversusmule.com. Get over there, put your name and email in there. I think it's just email, actually. And I'll be giving away over $100,000 in gifts and prizes over the next 14 days. We'll be doing some cool stuff, and I'll be sharing that with you guys live today at 12:34, what it is. But it's going to be awesome. I want nothing but the best for you. If you're successful, it doesn't take away from my success. If you get more time on your hands where you can hang out with your family, it doesn't take time away from me. You understand the abundance factor is a real thing. There's so much abundant, not of time, but abundant opportunities to give you more time to be able to do the things you really want to do. Well, if I was giving away the rolls, it'd be a $300,000 giveaway. Jason, not today. Daryl, good job, buddy. That's awesome, man. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this? I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this today because, like I said, my daughter's about to wake up. I've been following you for years. Thanks for your time and effort. Thank you, Romello. I genuinely want to see you guys succeed. I want you to, I'm not, and again, easy. When people say that, I don't know what that means. So when I say easy, understand, I know what it means for me, but you got to know what it means for you. It's easy for me to make a decision. It's easy for me to want to grow my wealth and my future and buy back time and use dollars. And I understand investing dollars to get more time, to repeat process and all that. That's a journey. I'm not saying that happens overnight, but it does happen now with the mindset shift. No, I'm in control. Every decision is my decision. Whatever happens is up to me, no matter if it's good or bad. It's my fault, period. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And when you do that, you start investing in yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. And you start seeing little wins. Boom, punch in the face, wins. But one thing you don't do, you never stop until you're dead. Ever. You can't. It's not in our vocabulary. The truth is, it's actually to our detriment. It's to our detriment. We literally, to entrepreneurs and business people, our biggest struggle is stopping. That's why I try to be very conscious of what's going on in life, because I know it's a problem for me. I want to keep driving daily. Dude, you understand? I could literally work 24 hours a day and be okay with it. It does not bother me. I might have to nap here and there, but I can just grind. I enjoy it. It's easy to me, right? But it's different types of work. When you're working towards a bigger purpose, it's not work. See, when we say, "Are you going to work?" Oh no, I don't want to really work on that. Because your definition of work is different than my definition of work, right? When I say work, it means purpose. When you say work, it might mean pain. Of course you don't want to work. Who the fuck wants to work when it's painful? Mine's purpose. And I'm not saying there's not pain inside of purpose. There's typically a lot of pain, but a lot of self-inflicted pain, and I got to grow and I got to learn from it, but it's on purpose. I'm growing something bigger. I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have an 8 to 4, whatever people work hours. No one on my teams do either. None. Get the job done. Here's where you're at. Here's where we need to be. However you do it, I don't care. I really don't. If you need to level up, tell me. I'll hire people to help you. If you need help on the ground floor, we need to hire people under you, tell me. We'll do that. Like, we create leaders, not mules. I don't want mules. See, I think the biggest thing is what I've realized as an investor and as a magician with a mindset like that, I invest in people. First and foremost, me, right? And then my team. Back in the day when I was a mule, I was afraid for them to know the big picture or the full picture because I felt like they were going to take it and run with it and steal from me. Listen, it's going to happen no matter what. But the truth is, good morning, Drea. Happy birthday. Oh my God, come here, say happy birthday. Aw. Say hi. Look at this pretty ball. You want to say hi? I'm 1 year old. Yay! That's awesome. You ready for a big day? Oh, Papa's gonna get him. Who is that? Is that Drea?
She see herself? Oh.
Can Daddy have a hug? Give Daddy a hug.
Oh, she's
Oh,
giving
you
Mark
giving
a
Mark a
hug.
hug? Oh. All right, I'm on work, okay? I'll be done in a few. That's the best. Yes, it is. How can you stay focused on your goals when things don't go the way you want in the time frame you wanted? Tyrone, great question. I'd love for you to hop on. But the simple answer is it will never go the way we thought. It will never go as fast as we want. And maybe your time frames you have terrible expectations. It's all expectations, by the way. All I'm trying to do is get 1% closer every day. See, the problem is I think most people are trying to go to 0 to 100 overnight. I get again, this is mental fortitude. Do you understand how many times I get kicked in the face and balls every day? From people stealing from me, from people not doing their job, from deals falling apart at the end, from money coming in and then getting lost and not being taken care of properly, to hiring people, to firing people, to revenues are down, revenues are up. I mean, this literally, and plus you got spouse stuff, right? You got to make sure the family's taken care of. There's a million moving pieces here, and everyone does all this stuff differently. For example, I'll give you an example. If I got a call today, Mark, you're getting in a lawsuit. Cool. My day's not going to change at all. Back in the day when I got my first lawsuit, I'm like, oh my God, my life's over. It's over. I'm a loser. It's over. I can't. It's just emotional wherewithal. It does not affect me right now. Because it's a process. My brain processes it now. Boom, lawsuit, cool. Call this guy. Hit my lawyer up. Boom, they'll handle it. Let's go. Back in the day, I'm like, I have no lawyer. I'm not paying a lawyer $450 an hour or $850, depending on what the situation is. This. I could do it myself. Let me find out. I would just exhaust myself in the problem and not focus on the solution. Listen, it's out of my control. By the time a lawsuit comes in, I can't do anything about it at that point anyways, except hand it to the right person to help them navigate it. I'm using it as an extreme example because it's a real thing. If you're not, I've been sued so many times, it's ridiculous. I always win because I don't do anything wrong. People just try to sue you. Listen, I'll fight you because I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'll spend every dime I have just to be right, just to prove a point, for real. That's my mindset. Because I'll make more money to keep taking you down. I like that. Because if someone tries to step on your toes or step in your territory to do that, you ruin them. You make it it becomes my job. You know what I mean? So that's how I use it. And by the way, my lawyers know that. And I'm cool with it. They're gonna make money from it. Right? So it's why deal with it? It's my personality. Some people are weak. Some people are stronger. There's no right or wrong. How do you deal with it? What are your expectations? When it happens, do you see it as an obstacle or problem, or do you see it as an opportunity to learn so it doesn't happen again in the future? Every time these things happen, audit the thought. Audit the thought. Why do I think that way? Oh shit, that deal just fell through. How does the deal not fall through in the future? Maybe my timelines were too tight. Maybe I should extend it out. Maybe I should have followed up 7 times. You understand? I'm like an obsessive. When I used to do all my deals myself, I'm like the obsessive boyfriend or ex-boyfriend that would call you 73 times just to have you answer the phone. I'm going to text you. I'm going to email you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to stop by the house. I'm going to email you, call you, text you, stuff like until I get the answer I want. Most people are like, oh, I'm just waiting on John to send me the message to see if we close today. That's your problem. That's your problem. You're too busy waiting. I don't wait. I create. Create the urgency. Push the deal forward. Get in front of people. Let them know you got to be heard. Like you got to push deals forward. It's my biggest problem with my team. Urgency. Urgency. Well, I'm bugging them. I don't give a fuck if I'm bugging you. Get the deal closed and I will stop bugging you. If that's how you feel, get the deal closed. We'll stop bugging you. Let's go. What are you waiting on? Come on. What are we waiting on? Let's go. See what I mean? That most people are like, all right, well, I'm gonna work on another deal. Should close today, maybe. I don't want to bug them. They're busy. I don't care if you're busy. I care about me. I can control me. I can't control you. You're going to put it on the back burner. I'm not. So it's different urgency. So it depends. What's up, guys? Nick, more like punch in the face. What's he saying? Punch in the face, kicking the balls. One punch in the face, throw to the ground, hair pulled. I don't have any hair pulled, but yes, I hear what you're saying. Look how you lit up. That was awesome. Just made my day awesome. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Drea. Yep. Any questions? Guys, I love this stuff because I'm telling you, when this magician unlocks inside of you, it's game over. You see the world in a different path. Like it's literally, the opportunities are endless. Wealth can get created at a whole nother level that you don't even know is possible. There's deals closing every single day in our world. There's revenues being generated. There's things happen. Like if I was the mule that I used to be in 2000, I would not be here today telling you that you can generate millions of dollars or create the business of your lifestyle, whatever that means, and grow. So it's funny. There's 2 things here, and then we'll go. And maybe there's some thoughts here. I've never understood people that try to get you promoted into something that says, hey man, I work part-time and I make $250,000 a year. Back then, 250 grand a year was a lot of money to me. And I'd be like, so why do you work part-time? Why wouldn't you work full-time and make $1 million a year? It doesn't make sense to me. You follow me? Like, why would you work part-time to make 250? The difference is you think you have to work to make 250. If you work part-time to make 250, it means you work 80 hours a week to make 250, probably 125, probably 80,000, FYI, net or less. So when people say things, you have to question it and just understand, like, what are they really saying? And again, full-time making 250, maybe it's a lot of money to you. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But I do know with what we have going on in today's world with technology and e-com and all this stuff, to make 250 a year, anybody, 10-year-old kid could do it. Literally. If you have the right product, the right knowledge, and you invest in yourself and do it. I'm working on a cool challenge I'll be sharing here probably in June or July with you guys. But I'm going to fund people. I'm going to do something insane. No one's ever done it before. Because I know it'll work. I'll be partners with some people, and we're going to make millions of dollars together. It's a magician. What I'm sharing with you out loud is a magician type effect. See, I used to ask myself, how can I do the work? No more. I ask, how can I bring my knowledge, help people that are doing the work, create 2 and 2, and drive revenue. How do I get a piece of the pie, and how to make the pie bigger? I want to give you the odds of winning at the higher level. I'd rather have 20% of a lot than 100% of a little. You know that, right? Back in the Mule in me, I want 100% of it all. I barely had anything at 100%. I was the bottleneck. I stopped everything from growing because if it had to grow, I had to do more. I was already tapped out 100 and something hours a week, minimum. This is no joke. Like, to work 14, 16 hours a day is not hard to do as an entrepreneur. I was single with no kids at that time, so it's a little bit easier. But now, like, there's people doing it still. So what I'm saying is, like, when people say a part-time 250, blah, 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 whatever, start thinking about what you hear. Again, nothing wrong or right with it. Just understand what it means. And then another thing, too, is what's interesting about magicians. I remember this guy. I won't say his name, but I was doing a deal. And he called me up. I actually found the deal. I brought the money. I did everything, pretty much. And I just wanted to do a deal with this guy. And we're going to make like 40 grand on it or something like that. And I was literally kind of throwing him a bone. But what was interesting, the deal got kind of messed up for a minute. The guy called me. I can't pay my bills. This deal fell through. It's over. I can't do this. Blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's one deal. And it's going to close. It just got messed up. Not us, not you. It's just title got messed up. There's an issue on the title. Calm down. You're stealing from me. I can't pay my bills. You don't understand. This deal, if this deal doesn't close today, my wife's going to leave me, this and that. And I was thinking, this is a true story, by the way. I was driving my Chevy 2500 extended cab truck, and I was driving a snowplow back then. And I'd do anything to make money back then. I was a mule to the highest level. The more hours I stayed up, I was trying to stay up more hours than you. That's what mules do. Dude, I worked 48 hours straight. Oh, dude, I worked 52. Haha. Slacker, right? That's what we do. But I remember I'm like, he has one deal. If this doesn't close, his wife's going to leave him. He can't pay his bills. He didn't even bring the deal. He didn't do the work. He didn't bring the money. I'm throwing him a bone. And he's calling me busting my balls about this deal closing. And I thought audited on this. I didn't know that it was called thought auditing, but I got mad. I got upset. I felt taken advantage of. I was being taken advantage of, by the way, but that was my fault, not his. I allowed it. It's not him. He just took advantage of it. And we did the deal because I said I was on the deal. The deal went through. His wife didn't leave him. Should have, because he's a dick. But he's a bad dude. He looks for weak people. I was weak. I thought he was bigger than what he was. I was trying to do a big deal with the big guy, and just to kind of get in the network, and it didn't work out like that. He would steal from his parents. He would take every dime from his parents. I think he might have, actually. The guy's just a bad dude. And there are people you'll meet like this in the journey of success. But it doesn't define me. It actually helps me identify them a little bit quicker, because what they say or what they don't say are often, or not often, they're always identifiers of what's about to happen. You know, you always hear trust your gut and all that. That's partially that, but like when they say certain things, it means certain things. Like if someone says, yo, this is an easy 100 G's, you don't have to do anything. I don't do business with that person. There's nothing out there that doesn't take some effort or work or some insights of how that's possible. And listen, I've made 100 grand not doing any work, but I also have 23 years of experience of understanding and having the people in place and having the capital. There's a lot of pieces that have to happen to make it look that easy, you know? So you got to be careful and conscious of that. But magicians are thinking top level down, not bottom ground. Like your mules are like pulling through the weeds just to get through the next step. Magicians are on top and saying, go left, go right, go left, go right, etc. How does a friend who doesn't have Facebook watch these? It would help him a lot. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, YouTube. This is on YouTube as well. Any questions here? I've never been so excited for the book. Can't wait, Mark. Thank you, Dylan. Brandon, what's within The 1% improvement expectations. What does that look like for you? Brandon Dickman. I don't know what that means, buddy. Thank you, Mike. What's within that 1% improvement expectation? What does that look like for you? I don't know what it means. I don't know what that word, I don't understand the question.
I think he's referring to the idea, people want to do, how can I do 100% of it all right now versus you chunk it up into like, how can I just make 1% of a progress every single day?
I don't even know what that means. So, Brandon, are you here? I'd like to talk specifics. Here's one thing I figured out in life. Don't assume we know anything. Right? I don't know what he's saying. Beacon thinks he might. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe I don't know. Brandon's asking the question. What I found out in life is a lot of people they're asking a question, which is awesome. I want you guys to ask questions, but the question isn't defined. Not for me, but for you. You got to define it for yourself. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. But what's within that 1% improvement? When I say 1% improvement, and I'm talking big picture now, maybe this is not your answer, your question. If I want to make 100 grand today, my goal is to make 101 grand tomorrow. That's a simple answer. If my goal is I walked, 16-minute mile today, my goal is to walk a mile in 15 minutes and something. Quicker, more pace, more cardio, more urgency, more whatever, like just 1% better. I'm not going out and waking up, lacing up the shoes and saying, I need to run a 4-minute mile. And I haven't ran a mile in 20 years. You know what I mean? That's the 1% expectation. If I'm trying to hire someone, I'm not going out and trying to hire a CEO. I'm going to hire an assistant first. But you don't hire the assistant day one. You got to create an ad. You got to run the ad. You got to respond to the ads, the replies. You got to qualify them. You got to meet them. 1% a day, little by little, inch by inch. Maybe some days 10%, maybe some days are 100%. But don't get caught up on the 100% days because those are few and far between. It's kind of like going and stepping up to the plate. Stop trying to hit a grand slam. Let's just hit base hits, base hits, base hits, base hits. Oh, he's out. Base hits, base hits. Oh, just got smacked in the face with the ball. Base hits. So I don't know the answer. Tyrone. Appreciate you guys. Brandon, can you hop on, my man? Answer the question real quick. 20% of an ocean or 100% of a puddle? If it's the ocean, I'll take 1% of the ocean. But TK, Brandon, Tyrone's in the house. Guys, if no questions here, I am going to bounce and hang out with the fam. So today my schedule kind of looks like it's a magician schedule. I have 4 deals closing that I funded. Actually, I think 3 are going to close. One's going to get pushed. That's expectation building, by the way. I want them all to close, but the reality is it's Friday. So it might close, but you get funded on Monday. That's how it works. That's why you try to close deals on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get out of the rush on Monday, close on Tuesday, it's settled. Tuesday settles, get paid Tuesday, Wednesday. If it doesn't get paid Wednesday, it gets paid Thursday. If it doesn't get paid, they give days to fix it. A lot of people said on Fridays. Friday's a terrible day to close deals because things happen. And then the weekend bottlenecks you. Then you got another 2 days of anxiety and stress and can't sleep because the deal's not going through. Money hasn't hit your account, so it's not real until the money's in the account. This is emotional controlling your emotions, by the way. If you know how you act or react or don't act, you got to kind of pay attention to this. This is what magicians do with your thought audits. So it's good stuff. Cool, guys. Appreciate you. Make sure to get over to magicianversusmule.com today, 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Share these messages. Share this book. I appreciate you guys. Book goes live. Don't get too excited. I'll be sharing with you how to get the book at 12:34. You'll send me a receipt. I'll put you in the thing for the $100,000 in gifts plus, and it's going to be awesome. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys very much. Have an amazing day. See you at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get over to magicianversusmule.com and sign up, and we'll get started soon. Have a great day, fellas and gals. Thank you, guys. Take it easy.